what Chat GPT. So yeah, very, very excited for what's about to happen tonight. So thanks a lot. I've learned so much yesterday.
I'm so happy to hear. I'm so happy to hear. Okay, so did you so we just started, guys. So we just clicked on record. So if you are seeing the recording, you didn't miss anything yet. Okay, we're just waiting for everyone to come in the room. So Sharon, just tell me quickly, when you came, what were you expecting? What happened that you didn't expect? You on mute.
Sorry, I'm moving around because the kids are busy. So basically, I didn't know what I was expecting. Obviously, I was basically expecting something, obviously, that will work for me because I've been in digital marketing and I had burnout there and literally limited success, little to nothing success. But um, I'm looking for something that will literally bring in passive income without me having to, constantly um, speak to people or message people. Something that just can, purchase without me having to be involved physically. So that has been what I've been wanting for a while now. And when my friend told me about it, I was like, what do I have to lose? I mean, and I mean, yesterday was already a partial breakthrough because there's two options that you already gave me.
Mm.
So very, very excited and looking forward to what is happening tonight, definitely.
Okay, awesome, awesome. So what she's sharing is, I'm going to show you. Thank you so much, Renee. I'm going to show you later in tonight. Who's got the AM? I want to know where you are if it's morning by you. Okay, let me know if just put me if you are in the AM. So it's nighttime by us, by me in South Africa. And what I'm going to share with you tonight is I'm going to share with you how you can do that actually faster. Okay. So instead of taking a longer time into creating your product and start earning income, I'm going to show you a faster way. If you want a faster way, put me in the comment. Okay. You do not need a special bank account. Okay. You do not need a special bank account to be able to sell digital products. Okay. We'll get into that a little bit later. Okay. So who else wants to say? Angelique, go quickly.
Good
Let's
evening,
share.
everyone. Good evening, Lizelle. I was on the previous Canva workshop as well, mind blowing. And again, last night was for me that your two islands of what's the pain point, what's the desire, and how to build that bridge. And last night just focused it more for me, even than last time, to the point that I went to my secret sales rep and I said, what are my perfect customer battling with now? And so I'm very excited for tonight because she said they battle now with year-end burnout. This is what you need to do. So I'm ready for tonight to see what I can create for my perfect customer for that.
Fantastic, fantastic. Well done for being on the second one. Maud, I want to give you also a chance. I haven't heard you speak, so I want to give you a chance as well. Share with us.
Hi, everybody. My name is Maud. I'm from Botswana, a very hot Botswana. So, yes,
Awesome.
last night. I've been following the DMS program for quite some time, contemplating whether I should do it or not. But I think just last night gave me clarity because I realized last night reading the comments because I couldn't comment last night. My chat box for some reason was missing. So I realized last night that there's so many ladies out there that goes through the exact same thing as I am. And I think it makes it more comfortable and it makes it more accepting to know that you're not the only one. There was one lady specifically that answered that she's too much in her own head. And there's a couple of things that you addressed in your pain and desire section on the board. Technology. I mean, how many ladies are in their head because they feel I do not have the skills to work with this app, or I don't have the skills to do that. And there's so much in their own head. So I'm glad I joined. I'm super excited. I actually want to walk this journey. And I'm trying to actually get more people already to join and follow what's going to happen.
Well, great stuff. Thank you so much, Maud. So she mentioned something that's very important, right? Her eyes opened up to a lot of people feeling the same way. You know, if you were thinking to yourself that, what can I offer? How can I make a difference? How can I make money if everyone else is doing this and everyone else is doing that? That's exactly that. so we as humans, we live in our own little world and we think it's only us. But it's when you start opening up, that's when the magic happens. When you start opening up a little bit, I shared with you a little bit about storytelling yesterday, right? Share a little bit of your story. People can actually get free. They can get better lives. They can get out of a stuck rut. They can lose some weight. Whatever breakthrough you had or busy building is a breakthrough that someone else can have. Okay, so we need to get started. Mandy, I would love to hear from you a little bit later. So someone asked here about the VIP. The VIP is a strategy session for those who booked it for tomorrow. I just wanted to give, because I know everyone always asks me, Lizelle, but I've got this question, I've got that question. Can I just have a one-on-one with you? So instead of having a one-on-one, I'm doing like a group call. If you're in the VIP, I'm doing a group call, answering your questions, helping you map out a strategy for yourself. Whatever your goal is, I'm helping you. I'm giving you the strategy to get there. Okay, so that's what we're doing, and you're getting some other goodies in it. All right, are you guys ready to go? Put ready in the comments. Are you excited? This is a very exciting one for me today. A very exciting, because in our last 5-day challenge, a lot of people had like a, you think you had like a revelation yesterday. Today is going to be amazing, because here's the thing. A lot of people feel guilty for charging money for something. Put your hand up. I can all see you on the screen, so you can just put your hand up. Okay. If you agree with me, you feel a little bit guilty charging for money. Okay. Who's in their own business? Put your hand up if you've got your own business. Your own business, or maybe a side hustle. I just want to see. Physically put your hand up so I can see. Okay. I just want to see. Okay. Because if you've been in your own business.
Ek weet nog steeds weer die waar nie.
Okay, just make sure you guys are muted, okay? I don't know who sent me a message now or is talking to someone else, but just make sure you're muted. Okay, so because we as humans, we normally feel guilty for charging money. We feel guilty for charging our worth because, and here's something that might ding a little bit, if it not now, later, okay? When I say ding, it's like, oh my goodness, I see it, I get it, okay? If the most of the time when we feel guilty about asking people money for something in return, like for a course or a guide, or maybe like Sharon's in a nail salon, she feels guilty because she finished the client's nails quickly and must she charge full price, mustn't she, right? We feel guilty because we think we have to charge our worth. Do you get that? We think we need to charge our worth. And because we think most of the time so little about ourselves and we're so critical about ourselves, we don't want to charge a lot of money. We always do ourselves in to make other people happy, right? Is there anyone on here that feels that way? Just, you can put a 1 in the comments or just show me by the hands that you do yourself in. Sometimes you say yes to something, or you wanted to charge for it, but then you said, oh no. And afterwards you're like, man, I could have paid a bill this week if I just could have charged for baking that cake or whatever, right? That's how we normally are. So I'm going to help you break through that now. Because if you are in that situation, you will always be working hard. You will always not be paid your worth because you are thinking about what you are worth. Number one is you are worth a lot. Okay? Time is money. Time is money. You can always make more money. You can never get more time. You will never get time back. When my kids were small, they were each 2 months old. I had to go back to work because I couldn't afford being a stay-at-home mom. I can never, ever get that time back with them. Those missed moments from 2 months to 4 years, I will never get back in my life. I was just surviving. I was just surviving being a mom, busy mom, working, going through a divorce. That was me, right? I was just busy surviving. I missed that time, I'll never have it back. So time is money. Time is extremely expensive because that's something we will never get back. And this is why time people charge so much for, right? Because, I mean, when I started my online business, I would do a lot of one-on-ones. And in the beginning it was, and I don't say don't do one-on-ones or don't meet with a person or don't get on a call with them. I did it a lot in the beginning because I wanted to get into my customer's head. I wanted to know, is my product helping? What are they struggling with so that I could do it better? Now it's like I have people helping me, right? Because if you want to scale your business, you need people to help you scale, right? And your time become more and more valuable because you realize money comes and goes. Money is here today, it's gone tomorrow, right? I mean, I just spent $10,000 on a funnel, guys. You're going to hear me say that a lot because $10,000 is a lot of freaking money to spend on a funnel, okay? But that's the going rate for this stuff. So I mean, I know it comes and goes. You need to spend money here, you need to spend money there. And, you know, it just is what it is. So get out of your own head in all about you. We are going to think and focus about your customer right now. Okay, just like we did yesterday. So what we're going to talk about now is pricing your product. And by the end of today's training, you are going to know exactly how to price your product. You're going to know exactly how to structure this product. Okay, you're going to be so freaking excited about getting your product out. And if you want to do it even faster, in other words, if you don't want to wait until your product is finished, if you don't want to wait until you figure this all out and you want to start earning income now, I'm gonna show you a better option. Does that make you excited, guys? Yes, in the comments if it does. Did it make you excited? Okay? Yeah, I know, right? It made me excited too. Okay, so here's a question I want to ask you. Let me know in the comments there, what is something that would make a huge difference in your life right now? I'm talking about it will change your life right around. Like, that will bring a huge transformation in your life right now. Maybe you are struggling with your weight and you want to lose some weight. Maybe you want to buy a house because you're about to lose your house, or you are sick and tired of renting and you want to make your house all nice. Maybe what will make a big difference if you can pay your children's school fees in advance or their university fees in advance, right? Let's see, buy my dream house, debt-free, quitting my job. Ooh, that's a big one. Owning my own land, own car, financial freedom, paying off, okay? Settle debts, okay? Okay, so here what I'm asking you. So that will make a huge difference, okay? What will be the huge difference? If all your debt is paid right now, and you've got the school fees that you paid in advance, you've got your dream house, what in your mind and in your feelings are going to change? What's going to change? What are you feeling now that you don't want to feel then? No stress, peace, calmness, stress-free. Spend time with family, peaceful, no stress. Ooh, I see a stress a lot, no stress, right? Happy, no anxiety, okay? So if I could give you a magic pill right now, that will immediately change your circumstances. Like immediately. What would you do to get it? If this magic pill costed $10,000 and you don't have the money, how will you get it? Because you know this pill will answer everything for you. You'll do everything and anything, okay? If I had to give you a step-by-step plan on how to get the money to get that magic pill, would you do it? Would you do it? You'll do whatever it takes to do it. Okay, right? So the bad news is that pill doesn't exist, okay? That's the bad news, okay? So sorry about that one. The pill does not exist if I'm working on that pill, okay? Indeed. So the next best option is if I could show you step by step how to get out of your situation within 30 days, how to start getting reoccurring consistent income in 90 days, and how to go into 2026 knowing that you're about to pay off your debt, knowing you're about to get that dream house of yours, knowing that you are about to be stress-free, and you can end 2026 without ever having that stress again, or without ever being in that situation that you are in right now. Okay? Would you also do anything to get that? Right? Okay. So we're all on the same page here, right? That tells me you are willing to pay for transformation. Right. Don't worry, I'm also willing to pay for transformation. I mean, when I go to a doctor and I'm sick, I will do anything to let the doctor help me get healthy again. Okay? So here's what I want to teach you about this. People pay a lot more to get rid of pain than they do to get luxury. None of you said to me, oh, I just want to go on a fancy holiday and be treated like a queen or a king, right? None of you said to me, I want to drive a Lamborghini. I want to be the richest person in the world. No. What did you say? You said you wanted to get out of debt. You wanted to get a new house. You wanted to pay your children's school fees in advance. You wanted to stop stressing. You want to get rid of pain. Can I get an amen on that? You want to get rid of pain, right? People are much more willing to pay for something to get them out of their pain than to get them pleasure or luxury, right? So that's a big tip for you if you are planning your product. That's a big tip, because when someone's stressing financially, getting their lashes done or their nails done or buying a new car, that's all a luxury. Getting nice clothes, that's all a luxury for them. They are rather going to pay for what's needed than go buy, spoiling themselves, right? So people are much more willing to buy to get them out of the pain than to get them into luxury. You guys agree with that, right? So I'm going to show you the 3 type of pricing structures, okay? The pricing levels, price points, whatever you want to call it, okay? How you want to structure your digital product. And by the way, it works with any business. If you have a physical business, if you have a side hustle, with anything, it doesn't have to be a digital product. It works the same way, okay? So there are 3 price points. The first one is low ticket. Okay, your low ticket price point is any digital product or physical product less than $100. Okay, this could be templates, it can be planners, it can be. I explained it in my previous challenge. Like, I had a fitness trainer, right? About 4 years ago, I was like, I need to get in shape. I just want to feel better about, like, I wasn't fat or anything, but I wanted just to feel good about myself. I was going into my 40s, and if you're nearing your 40s now, 40s is the place to be, right? So I had this goal, like at 40, I wanted to feel excellent. I didn't want to feel tired. I wanted to look and feel good. So I started Googling how I can get into shape. I used to hate exercise. Okay, I didn't want to go to the gym. I don't like to go to the gym without makeup. Anyone on here that feels that way? Okay, so I have to like make up myself 5 a.m. in the morning, go to the gym, come back. I didn't want to do that. Okay, so I wanted something that I could do from home. So I discovered this fitness trainer online. And when I discovered this fitness trainer, he had a couple of options for me that I could choose from. So one of his options was the low ticket option. Okay, one of his options was just like a guide that guided me in letting me know, okay, these are the type of foods that are healthy. These are the type of foods that aren't healthy. Make sure that you exercise so many times a week. And he'll give me some tips and tricks and so forth, okay? He'll give me his knowledge, okay? That was a low ticket. So that's something I could buy online, under $100. I could buy it, I could download it, and I get some knowledge from him so that I save time and money, because I'm saving time because I don't have to Google more anymore. He's got all the information that I was looking for, and it's saving me money because now I don't have to go join a gym. He's telling me what to do. Okay, so that's a low ticket product. So think about the type of product that you have as well. Okay, the second type of product is a mid ticket. Okay, now this mid ticket one can be anything around $197 to about $297. Okay. Now the mid-ticket one is when you do like short courses. If he, with this guide, if he gave me a couple of videos where he said to me, Lizelle, these are the type, well, not Lizelle, he's just doing a generic video, like a fitness video, where he shows me how to do the exercises and, how much water to drink. And he gives me some more of his time, but it's pre-recorded. You guys get what I'm saying, right? He gives me a little bit more information, and he might give me a tracker, a meal tracker, a fitness tracker. He'll give me some more stuff, and he'll bundle it all up, right? And he gives me something like that. It actually goes, I see now I made a mistake. It goes to $497, sorry. $497, okay? $497. I have to follow my notes here, otherwise I think about everything and everything. Okay, so the next thing is high ticket. Okay, high ticket. Now this one can be anything from $497. Man, it can go up to 2,000 plus. 2,000 plus. 2,000, 5,000, 10,000. Okay. Now, when we get to a high ticket, that's now where you get proper transformation. This is the pain normally that people want to get rid of immediately. This is like, these are your type of buyers that want, I want that transformation now. I'm locked in. I'm ready to start exercising. Now, the high ticket program is a lot more expensive because with this one, I was like, no, man, I tried a lot of things. I have tried apps. I want to speak to a person. I want someone to ask me questions and custom make a plan for me. I want to do exercises that I enjoy. I want to eat food that I enjoy. And I want to know that I'm going to get results. I want someone to check on me. I want accountability. So what he did was, he did a whole entire thing for me where I had to fill in a lot of forms. And then I had to weigh myself. I had to measure myself. I had to take photos of myself, right? And then he coached me through it. Every single week, he would check up on me. Lizelle, did you log your figures? How did you run? Did you do your exercises? Send me pictures so that I can see if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, right? He was a proper coach. And for that, he was asking a high ticket program because within 6 weeks, I had a freaking six-pack. Eh? How cool is that? Because I was following it, I was expecting that amazing transformation. Does that make sense? And because of his coaching, what happened was I not only did a quick diet, I actually had a lifestyle transformation because I'm living what he taught me instead of just following a quick guide, giving up quickly, you know, because it was just a guide. It was just a PDF. Okay, there's nothing wrong with the guide. There's nothing wrong with the PDF. So don't think there's nothing wrong. Okay, what I'm saying, it's a good place to start. A lot of my customers have started with a low ticket, which is good because if you do not have the mindset yet to sell a 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 program, you know, you're not going to make sales anyway because you're going to feel like, you know, the program is 5,000, but don't worry, you don't have to pay anything, you know, or don't worry, if it's not for you, it's not for you. Anyone on here like that? I know I used to be like that. You have to have that mindset, and your mindset doesn't normally grow that, you know, if you've never had your own online business, it's difficult for you to go suddenly to 5,000. Okay. So especially with something that you have created that has not been tested to see if it works, to see if there are results. Okay. So a tip I want to give you here, okay, a tip I want to give you here is there is something called, you can see, right? There's something called perceived value. Okay. Is it fine, Sanali? Okay. So there's something called perceived value. Okay. So let me ask you this. If I was your fitness trainer and I'm using the weight loss thing because it's just easy for me to reference because a lot of people can relate with that. Okay. If I had to you had to buy a guide from me for, let's say, $74 or something. Let's say $70. You buy a guide from me that's going to teach you how to eat and you know, and exercise and all of that. And I sell you that for $70. What transformation are you expecting? Think about anything that you bought. What transformation are you expecting? Are you expecting to get a six-pack in 6 weeks or 8 weeks? Or are you expecting, depending on how much you need to lose or not lose, are you expecting to have a transformation that when people see you in 6 months, they're like, oh my goodness, what did you do? What did you do? You're looking fantastic. Are you expecting that result with a low ticket? Hey? Probably not. No. There's a lower transformation because of the price point. You guys agree? Okay? Because I'm now teaching you what a low ticket is, but your market, your audience, they don't know low ticket, mid ticket, high ticket. They don't know it. All they are looking at is the price and the promise. That's what they're looking at. Okay. So if I had to tell you now, okay, I'm going to sell you a fitness program. Okay. Where I teach you how to lose weight. I teach you how to eat. I'll help you do all of those things. I'm going to coach you through it weekly. This is, and you guys mentioned to me earlier, you would do anything to get out of your situation. If I sell you something that will get you out of your situation and give you that transformation that you so desire, and you can get it between 3 and 6 months, okay, and I sell you something for, let's say, $3,000, right? What transformation are you expecting? Huge. Okay, let me ask you the other question. If I told you I was going to help you get out of your situation that you're in right now, you desire to be in that, you all said some you want to buy a house, some of you want to be debt free, you want to be in that situation. We're a couple of months away from 2026. If I told you I can help you do that for $97, do you think it's going to help you get out of that situation? Do you think it's going to change it? Why not? Okay. Okay. Why do you think you won't expect that? Get what you pay for. Oh, I love that. You get what you pay for, right? Wouldn't expect enough value. Okay. So there were some of you on my 5-day challenge, right? So that's why it's called perceived value. The higher the price, the higher the perceived value. And this is why you would make a mistake if you are so scared to charge people money that you do yourself in. You want to do this nail course and you want to do your videos and you want to set this course out, but because you feel so guilty for charging people, the course is actually worth $900, but you want to sell it for $100 because you're feeling too scared to ask people for money. But you're doing it wrong, because now the perceived value is so low, so they don't buy from you, not because you have an amazing program or product. They don't buy from you because the perceived value is low. That's a human thing we do. That's buyer psychology. Does that make sense, guys? Does that make sense? Okay. So always think about that. You also don't want to put a high price on something that's low value. Okay. You don't want to do that, because then you're not going to have customers after a month. Because if your customers are not getting results and they don't see the value that you offer in your offering, and you just put the price high just to have that perceived value, you're going to get a very bad name in your business, okay, and in the market. You don't want that. But you also want to price the value. And if you don't want to price the entire value, then show the value and give a discount or whatever. I'm gonna get into that and show you exactly. I'm gonna show you exactly how I priced my system. Okay. So you want to take a screenshot here? You good? Can we move on? Higher perceived value is brand strong. Exactly. Because think about it. We all know Nike. So some say Nike, some say Nike. I say Nike. Okay, I'm Afrikaans, so I don't know. It's Nike. So think about Nike. 2 red t-shirts are 2 red t-shirts. That's it. But one says Nike and one doesn't have a brand on. Which one are you going to buy? Which one would you want to buy, right? You want to buy the Nike. T-shirt's the t-shirt. It's the same 2 red t-shirts. But you want to buy the Nike because the Nike has a brand. It's got a reputation. And it's so expensive. So there's already that perceived value, right? So what I did was, I'm going to show you exactly how I priced, and then what you can do is you can price along your product with me. But you've heard about this $10,000 funnel that I'm talking about, okay? Like I said, you're going to hear it a lot of times, because it's the first time ever in my life I paid so much for something.